You know, there's always those moments when you meet somebody who says something mean to you, or maybe you're just in a bad mood and suddenly your spouse says something and you're just like, oh, lit up or angry, or something catches you off guard on the internet and you're furious and you're ready to pounce. In any kind of scenario, we want to remember what James teaches us pretty early on in his book in chapter 1. He actually gives us a call in verse 19. He says, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger." And then he follows it up with this, "For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." Hey, I think a lot of times we think we're going to produce what God wants in this world if we just got angry enough and made it happen. But that's actually not what happens. God says, you get angry in your way, you're not going to make it happen. So, what's the solution? Again, number one, James says that we need to be quick to hear. Are we stopping to listen? Are we stopping to really understand what is being told to us? Are we asking the right kind of questions for clarification? Are we really trying to be communicating to one another? Or are we just stopping our ears, assuming what somebody else says, making those assumptions stick, and then attacking? The second thing he says then is, because we're going to be quick to listen, we're going to be slow to speak. Look, I don't want to say something if I haven't really heard you. I don't really want to say something until I really understand where you're coming from. And so we want to be slow to speak because we're listening, we're asking questions. But when it's time to speak, man, we need to be clear. We need to speak. We need to say it. But also we need to be slow to anger. Now note, he doesn't say you're not supposed to have any anger. There are right times to be angry. Jesus was angry. There are right times to get upset about what has truly been said and heard because it is wrong or it is evil or it is insulting in the wrong way. But you want to be slow to that moment because you want to have truly clarified it. You want to make sure that you haven't added to it, and then you can rightly adjudicate the scenario. Because our own flippant anger does not bring about God's justice, doesn't bring about God's righteousness. And so, as a church, as a people, let's be the kind of people who, again, we are quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger.